Alright, so today we're going to make an artwork inspired by the book Penguins Love Colors. And if you are at home, we need 2 pieces of paper, one that's a normal size piece of paper and one that's a half size piece of paper. You also will need a pencil and a Sharpie for today's part, and then next time we'll need coloring or painting materials. So we're first going to start with the big paper. And the first thing I want to do is draw some lines across it so we can divide this paper into 6 different sections. So the first line is just going to be a straight line straight across the paper. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight, but make sure your paper is tall. Also, this would be a good time to write your name on the back and your teacher's letter if you're in school with me. Flip over to the front and let's draw a line across the middle. Make sure your paper is still tall. Now we're going to use different kinds of lines to divide the rest of the paper, and then we're going to trace them with Sharpie. So in the top section, let's do first a zigzag line. Now we need to fit 2 different lines right here. So kind of find the middle of that top section, go down a little bit, but not too close to this line. So find the middle, go underneath of it, and do a zigzag line with big, wide zigzags. So don't make them really tiny, go big and wide, like this. All right, find the middle again, above your zigzag line, and then up here we're going to do a dashed line. So it's like a row of lines with spaces in between. So dash, skip a space, dash, skip a space, dash, skip a space, dash, skip a space, until you get all the way across. See how you now have these 3 big spaces? Let's do something similar on the bottom. So find the middle of the bottom, put your finger there. And above it, let's go ahead and do a wavy line. Like the zigzag line, big waves, not too tiny, not too deep either, so that way they don't touch the line above. So big, wavy line all the way across. Find that middle part again. Go underneath of it. And for the last line we're going to do, how about we do a bumpy line? That's going to be a little different than a wavy line. So let's think of it like hopping. So start on the edge, big hops, hop, stop, change directions, hop, stop, kind of like a really big curved M. Hop, hop, until you get to the edge. When you're done, you're going to trace these with Sharpie. Please be careful at the edges of the paper so you don't get it on the table. It's okay if it's not exactly on the line. Take your time to trace your lines with Sharpie. If you're at home and don't have Sharpie, you could use a black crayon. Want to use something that won't erase, or when it gets wet won't smear. So crayon or Sharpie would be best. pause here if you're not done. Make sure you do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces. All right, now it's time to draw our penguin. We're going to start with the little u, so that way everything has enough space. So near the bottom, about an inch or two up, because we need room for the feet, you're going to do a small U. That's going to be the tummy of our penguin. Small upside down U. And then you're going to draw a straight line across. Above that, I would like you to draw a sideways triangle. This is how you're going to do it. Draw a straight line. And then the point of the triangle, so the straight line's up and down, and then the point of the triangle going off to the left or right side. Looks kind of like a play button. From the point of the triangle that's pointing, we're going to draw a line that goes through the triangle and then curves up like a smile. So watch first. I'm going to start here, go through the triangle, and go up like a smile. So we have our penguin tummy, our penguin beak that's smiling. Now let's draw the eyes. So you're going to draw 2 big circles. And then you can draw the black or the middle part of the eye looking any way you want. So I'm going to have mine looking up. So I'm going to draw kind of an oval inside. But I'm not going to fill it in all the way. So I'm going to fill in a little bit and leave a little bit of white for the shiny part of the eye. Same thing over here. Draw an oval. I'm going to fill it in until I see only a little bit of the white part of my eye, or the highlight in the eye. Okay, we're going to draw one more thing kind of floating around, and then we're going to draw the body of the penguin. So next to the tummy, we're going to do 2 right side up U's for the wings. So you're going to do 2 little skinny U's like this for the wings next to the tummy, or the flippers. All right, so let's now make this look like a penguin. What you need to do is first extend the line that was for your tummy out, like so it goes beyond your wings. So draw a line that goes out to the side, but not to the very edge of the paper. Then watch first. You might want to practice by kind of doing it with the back of your pencil first to kind of look at the arch, but you're going to do an arch from one side to the other. Once I've practiced a few times, now I'm going to do it. Not touching the stuff inside, I'm going to do an arch that goes up above all of my things I've drawn and back down. There's my little penguin. The last thing I'm going to do is give this penguin some feet and an artist hat. For the feet, I'm going to draw just kind of 2 little U's, or big U's, from the edge, like that, to the tummy. And then for the artist hat, I'm going to, it's kind of like a slouchy hat, so you kind of start from one side, kind of like this like weird blob, and then come back down. And he has his artist hat. Okay, since you are using pencil, take a moment to outline your penguin. You can give it like eyelashes or like freckles or eyebrows, whatever you want. But outline with your Sharpie. Then you will need an orange and a black crayon. And then we will show you kind of how to add a little bit, only a little bit of value to your penguin. And we'll do the beak and the feet. So pause here if you need to while you are working on finishing your penguin. All right, so the first thing we need to do after you trace your penguin is that we're planning on coloring our penguin lots of colors later, but we need to have kind of the base colors done. So with your orange, you're going to color in the beak and the feet of your penguin. You can do that kind of hard, so that way they're nice and bright. But only the beak and the feet right now. If you're in class with me, hold up the black crayon when you are ready and you're done with the beak and the feet. All right, so the part of the penguin that is black, we're not going to color it in hard. So kind of like other projects, I need you to color lightly. So what you can do, and you need to keep the tummy white and you need to keep the eyes white. But watch first. See how I'm lightly pressing my crayon so that way it's more like a gray? Go ahead and color in not the tummy, not the eyes, not the hat, but the rest of this part of the penguin with black. Be careful near the eyes not to go inside of them. As well with the tummy, I kind of like to go around the areas first that I'm not supposed to color in so that I don't get carried away and accidentally color them in. All right, so we have our, what will actually be our rainbow background, and now we have our penguin. Next time we're going to talk about rainbow order and color our background, as well as color and cut out our penguin to go onto our background.